Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. Well, I say news, this is kind of news and kind of Doctor Who leaks about the upcoming new Russell T Davies 2 era of Doctor Who. We've had some articles and possible stuff rumoured and leaked, which we're going to discuss later in the video, but yeah, before we do anything, I'm just going to implore you to go over and check out the trailer for our unofficial Doctor Who fan film, Echo's Return, which you can see playing on screen right now. The full trailer is now out, go and give it a look. But yeah, there's the possibility of spin-offs and leaked plans for spin-offs and Series 14 and such, which I'll be discussing at the end of the video. First up, I'm just going to run through all the little pieces of Doctor Who news which I've missed over the past few days, because about 2 days ago it was Doctor Who Day, which is the 23rd of November. Obviously that being celebrating the 59th anniversary of the show in prep for the 60th, which is next year. So first sort of big thing to come out of the day was this. Well, I say first, it was one of the big things to come out of the day. We've got two new Doctor Who action figures, which is really, really cool. It's the 13th Doctor in all of the regeneration garb from classic Doctors, which she wore in Power of the Doctor, and it is a figure of the 14th Doctor. Now this is, yeah, David Tennant with his new head sculpt, new hair, new everything, new Tennant. Yeah, he's got his new costume on. I think it's all new parts. He's got ball joints on the arms as well, which is quite funky. I have pre-ordered this set, so yeah, that's exciting. Speaking of the 14th Doctor, we also got a look at this exclusive image, which you can see on screen now, of the 14th Doctor with his TARDIS / the 13th Doctor's TARDIS exterior behind him. We know that this is the TARDIS that the 14th Doctor / David Tennant will keep throughout the 60th specials. Just as a reminder for those of you who aren't aware, there are 3 specials celebrating the 60th, each of which have David Tennant and Catherine Tate as the 2 leads. They're keeping that police box, etc. Also, alongside this picture, as you can see on the side of the screen, Twitter put out Life with an old face. Is there more to the Doctor's latest regeneration than we know? Meet the 14th Doctor on the Doctor Who web. There's also a little article there which you can go and have a look at. You'll probably find links to it online, on the website, etc. It's not that interesting, so I'm not going to cover it in the video. We also got more exclusive images of the 14th Doctor and his companion, Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson, as you can see once again on the side of the screen here. The Doctor and Ruby, 2 hearts plus Ruby. Who's excited to see Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson in action? And then a little raising hand emoji. I am very excited. They look like a great pair. There's also a video put out by the official Doctor Who YouTube channel of these two having like a little Q&A with each other, and the dynamic between the pair is really, really good, which has given me a lot of confidence, once again, if I didn't already have it, in Russell's vision for the show, which is really, really exciting. But yeah, here are the 2 new images. So the first one is Ncuti and Millie stood outside the TARDIS, and then the next one is a nice close-up shot of Millie outside the TARDIS. Now, our final sort of piece of news, we also got this logo reveal, which is basically the same logo we've already had, but it's a 60th anniversary version with like a diamond-shaped, diamond-coloured diamond shape behind it, which is really, really cool. Yeah, there's not much to say about that. It's just a slight change to the logo for the 60th anniversary. We also got this, which is not actually Doctor Who news. I mean, it kind of is. But yeah, Peter Capaldi met Ncuti Gatwa at the Scottish BAFTAs, which is really, really cool. Yeah, Peter Capaldi's my favourite Doctor, so seeing him with Ncuti Gatwa is just really, really funky. It's the final piece of news before we jump into the leaks. But yeah, there was this really, really cool picture revealed for Doctor Who Day for the 59th anniversary of all the Doctors together. Yeah, that's all to say, and we might as well just jump in to this new article, which is entitled Doctor Who Villains to Get Their Own Spin-Off Series. It's put out by TV Zone. Okay, so yeah, we'll just read the article and discuss as we go. As revealed last month, the BBC and Disney branded television have come together to transform Doctor Who into a global franchise for UK audiences and the rest of the world. New reports tonight from the Mirror suggest the new Disney Plus deal, which is understood to be tripling Doctor Who episode budget and the series into a 100 billion, whatever that number is. I'm really bad at maths, apologies. I know there's some of you complaining in the comments. Get over it. But yeah, franchise will include all new spin-off series. Okay, so that's the first bit of the article, which is really, really funky. This is no longer just an implied thing. This is an alleged source. Now, the Mirror the Mirror, for those of you outside the UK, is a British sort of tabloid newspaper, and they have got a lot of things about Doctor Who right over the years. Like, they're not always 100% accurate. I mean, they're not necessarily accurate in everything they say anyway. But in terms of Doctor Who leaks, they are usually quite on the ball. And the fact that it's being reported by the British press gives it more credence than just some sort of random Reddit leak. A source previously told... I think there's an error there. A source previously told Broadcast that it's an incredibly exciting time for the franchise, with Russell T Davies expected to expand the universe with spin-off series, similar to Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures. Now obviously spin-offs from Russell does just make a whole load of sense, because Russell himself was the man who gave us two spin-offs in, I think it was 2006 and 2007. Torchwood Series 1 was just after Series 2, and then Sarah Jane Adventures, I think it may have even been the same year. But yeah, I think there's the possibility with the whole Disney Plus deal that they're waiting to see how the 60th or Shooty's first season go down, then we'll get spin-offs rather than spin-offs coming before. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, article continues. The Mirror reports that according to their insider, the new spin-offs could feature some of Doctor Who's most iconic villains, such as the Daleks and the Cybermen. The series would also follow the villains on their own adventures away from facing the Doctor. Which, yeah, that is just really, really cool. Cybermen and Daleks are like the two most iconic Doctor Who villains, I'd say, so giving them a spin-off is really, really cool. It could even be like a Dalek cyber war, or you could do this thing where every episode you get a new villain, because, yeah, I'll continue reading because this aids my point, but yeah, a source told the Mirror fans can expect to see Sontarans, Weeping Angels and Sea Devils in separate series, showing what they get up to when the Doctor isn't there to stop them, along with the Daleks and Cybermen. And they asked the BBC to comment, and the BBC told the Mirror it's too early to comment on any plans, which heavily implies that there are these things in the works. So we'll go over that list again. That's Sontarans, Weeping Angels and Sea Devils, and then obviously the Daleks and Cybermen. That is all the biggest, bravest, dangerousest adversaries of the Doctor, which I think's really, really exciting. Now, my pitch for a show like this would be you could have each episode follow an invasion from that alien race. Now, not only would this build up hype for Doctor Who, it would also give these villains much more of a sort of iconic presence, especially if on Disney Plus you're sort of like, let's say the Sontarans crop up in a future episode of Doctor Who and fans go, oh, who are they? There's a simple episode you can watch that explains what they do and what their invasion tactics are and all of that jazz. And seeing people or survivors or whoever deal with these enemies but without the Doctor could be really, really interesting, because we've never really seen that. Like, every time the Daleks crop up, the only person we've ever seen sort of fight back, unless it's expanded media, is the Doctor. And I know there are like comic book characters who fight Daleks and stuff, and we know that Russell is possibly adapting comic books like the Beep the Meep comic book from the 70s into the 60th. So who knows, maybe we're going to get some comic book characters coming into this big villains series and spin-offs and such. But yeah, this sounds like a really original, inventive, cool idea for a Doctor Who spin-off show. Hopefully there's some more companion spin-off shows, like maybe an Ace one, Tegan one, who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That does do it for today's video. Tell me which spin-offs you'd like to see, and please do check out our Doctor Who Echoes Return trailer. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Sorry that it's relatively late, because this news has only just dropped, and I thought it's better to put out the video than to not. That's my wise words. Goodbye.